Get pumped up. Get pumped up. Hello, my name is Austin Granger. Today we are in the Traeger kitchen and we are going to make some Gochujang smoked pulled pork. I have a bone-in pork butt. You could use boneless if you'd like, but recommend the bone, just keeps moisture in there. Just, I don't know, been doing it for years and I'd say bone-in is the way to go. So first thing we're gonna do is we are going to trim some of the fat off of this pork butt. I can get these gloves on. All right, there we go. We just want to get not a ton of fat off, but just any silver skin on there, and just if there's any really thick parts of fat. That way, just you're not getting as much fat dripping down your grill. It'll just help for later usage, and it just also makes it much easier to, at the end, pull the pork and not have to pull off tons of fat that hasn't rendered out. So we're just going to trim some of this fat and silver skin off. You can leave a decent amount on there. It's really just any thick parts and anything that's looking like it's overlapping, hanging also, because that's just going to kind of burn on the edges. So like that looks great to me. This one came pretty well trimmed. So our next step here is we are going to add our gochujang to this. This is like the ketchup of Korea. It's like their condiment. Dip French fries, lots of vegetables in it, anything like that. So we're going to add this. And we're just gonna rub it all over our pork butt. And it is a beautiful red color, which will give you really nice color on your pork. And the flavors of it are, it's a little spicy, a little sweet, a little salty, a little funk in there from the fermentation. So we're gonna rub this all over our pork butt. Make sure to get every nook and cranny. And next we are going to put this on a wire rack on a tray that we are going to put in the fridge and leave for about 12 hours uncovered. All right. So now we're gonna make our pickled cucumbers. This is gonna go with our pulled pork at the end. We're gonna put it on top. It's gonna be delicious with the fattiness of the pork. Let's add our water first. Then our soy sauce, about half a cup. Eyeball it. All right, that's perfect. Next, we're gonna add our rice wine vinegar, about a quarter cup here. And last but not least, our sugar for a little sweetness. And then we're just gonna grab a whisk and whisk this all together. Oh, shit. I missed some sugar here. We grab our whisk and whisk this all up. We wanna dissolve the sugar. All right, that's looking good. All right, so we're using an English cucumber. These are great because you don't have to peel them. The skin is nice and soft, crunchy, and they don't have as much seeds in them as a normal cucumber. So first we're gonna cut the end off here so we can use our mandolin. And we're gonna go about a 1/4 inch thick. So we're just gonna set this, give it a little test slice here. So yeah, that's looking good. And we are just going to slice on our mandolin. And just nice, even 1/4 inch slices. If you don't have a mandolin, you can use a sharp knife. Don't be a hero. These things are dangerous. I think they're actually the most dangerous kitchen tool. Keep slicing here. And this is just this pickling brine is super simple. It's just a little bit of salt, a little bit of sweetness, a little bit of tang from that vinegar, and just accompanies the pork at the end on your lettuce wrap. All right, let's get our cucumbers and our pickling brine. And we're gonna put these in the fridge after, and we're just gonna let them sit for about 4 hours. They'll last up to about 3 days, I'd say, in the refrigerator. And they are delicious, and they're gonna really add some crisp sweetness and just go beautifully with this pulled pork. Okay, fast forward 12 hours, we have our pork butt. It's looking beautiful. It's a nice crimson red. We're gonna get our meter in this and we are gonna cook it at 250 degrees until we get an internal temperature of 160. So let's get the meter in there. It's gonna do the work for us so we don't forget. Get that in right there. We're gonna bring this over to the grill. This is our beautiful Woodridge Pro. And we're gonna get this on there. Okay. We're gonna let that smoke for about 6 hours. In the meantime, we're gonna get our foil ready to wrap after it hits 160. So we wanna do a double layer of heavy duty foil, big enough to wrap around the entire pork butt. And this is called the Texas Crush, and it'll really help speed up your cooking process and ensure very tender, juicy meat. Our temperature, our meter just went off, hit 160. We're gonna grab this off. Bring it over to our foil here. All right, so we're gonna pull our meter out and we will reinsert it. It's gonna be hot, so make sure you use a towel. And then we're just gonna wrap this just like a little present. Wrap it nice and tight. We're gonna get our meter back in here. All right. Get this back on the grill, and we're gonna raise the temperature up to 275. So this one has been cooking for about another 4 to 6 hours. Internal temperatures hit 205, and we are gonna get this down on a tray, pull our meter out, and we're gonna open it up, and that way you're not just absolutely burning your hands. Let all the juices suck back in. Let's see here. Oh yeah, look at that. Nice steam coming off there. It's also called burping it too. All right, so there we have it. We're gonna let this rest for a little bit, and we'll come back in 40 minutes. So we've let this cool off for about 40 minutes, and now we're gonna make our sauce. So to our bowl here, we're gonna add our soy sauce. Soy sauce, our rice wine vinegar, and some more of our gochujang to really get that flavor throughout. A little bit more of that. Perfect. I'm just gonna whisk this all up. Just want to dissolve the gochujang taste. All right, now let's move over to our pork here. And we are still gonna use some cotton gloves. It's still gonna be pretty warm, so this definitely helps. So you know that you've cooked a perfect pork butt when you can just go like that. It's like magic. All right, now we're just gonna take all of our pulled pork and we're gonna put it into the bowl and just shred it right in our sauce. And it is so easy to shred, so tender, so moist, still steaming. It smells incredible. Make sure every little piece, every little strand gets that sauce on it. It's just gonna add more flavor. Shred this up, we're looking good. And I think last and final step here is we don't want to waste any of this delicious liquid, so let's just add that in there for even more flavor. Today we're going to serve this on lettuce wraps, but there's a million ways you could use this. You could put it on a bowl of rice, you could make some bao buns, just eat it as is on a little slider bun, sandwich. I mean, you could really do anything with tacos, anything. So possibilities are endless, but today we're making some lettuce wraps with our pickled cucumbers. So I'm going to put this aside and we're gonna get our other ingredients and start assembling some. All right, so let's slice up some scallions. We're gonna top some of those. So let's just slice some of these up nice and thin. All right, so that's probably good. All right, let's grab a plate. Let's build some of these. Take our lettuce here. A couple very nice, crisp leaves. They have all different sizes to choose from. We're gonna take a little rice. And you could just do the meat too, but adding rice just almost makes it feel like it's like a full meal. All right. Next, we're gonna add a little bit of our pulled pork, which shouldn't be too hot now, so I'm just gonna use my hands. And we're gonna top that with some of our soy pickled cucumbers we made earlier. A few of those on there. A little bit of pickled red onion. Just really get all these beautiful colors here. Some fresh sliced scallions. Little sesame seeds to finish it off. We're gonna jump right in and take a bite and see how we did. All right. So all the flavors are just, they intertwine, they're perfect together. You get the saltiness of the pork, you get the sourness and sweetness of the pickled red onion, the cucumbers. The rice is just a little added bonus in there. Lettuce is crisp, and it is just delicious. And you are gonna wanna go try these and make them. You won't be able to stop eating them. So, for this recipe, click the link below and subscribe on our YouTube channel, and we'll see you next week. Make some fucking lettuce wraps. Delicious.